What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and I'm back at you again today with another MUT 15 video. And as the title says, today we're going to be talking about the most effective way, the best way to complete sets in MUT 15, in my personal opinion. And this is a technique that I made a video about in Madden 25, and it did very well. I think it helped a lot of people, and the strategy still seems to work in MUT 15, so I thought I'd make a video about it, talk to you guys about it. And as you can see in the early parts of this video right here, I'm just kind of showing you that I completed the MVP Gronk set, and we'll get into some gameplay. You guys can enjoy that in the background, but let's dive into it. So, very first thing that you need to do, if you didn't see it already, I made a video about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks, called How to Complete Elite Badges, or the best way to complete or earn elite badges. And I need you to go check that video out if you have not seen it, because as you know, MVP sets, captain sets, and more than likely some other sets in the future of MUT 15 require elite badges. And the video that I made is a very, very good way to obtain elite badges, not for profit, but to help you complete these sets. So again, I strongly suggest you go check that video out. I will link it down below in the description, and there's probably an annotation on your screen at some point to go check that video out, because what it does is it allows you to get those badges without really spending any type of coin. And again, the goal right here is to spend the least amount of coin to complete these sets, and with those expensive elite badges, like I said, it's a really, really good technique. I've earned about 4 of them in the last 2 weeks and haven't really spent a single coin. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is very, very important, and it kind of requires some discipline. You have to set a budget, and I'm going to give you a very, very good example of how I did this with the Gronkowski MVP. I set a budget for 78,000 coins, and I came up with this by doing 2 things. I had already had the base elite Gronkowski, the 89 overall, and I noticed it was selling for a decent amount, so I already had that in my possession. And what I did is I sold it, and I made 58K from it. I think I sold it for 65K after taxes. I made about a 58K, I think it was 58.5K profit off of that card. So I took the 58K that I made off of it and then added another 20K to it, which was the reward that I got for completing that set. So I set my budget at 78,000. I had already had a couple of the cards completed out of that set. And not so fast, my friend. That was a beautiful interception. I had to interrupt the video just to point that one out. I'm taking it to the house. But again, 78,000 for my budget, and I had some of the cards already completed in this set, minus the one that you needed from the solo challenge, and then the 2 elite rewards. I needed 12 cards. So I took my budget of 78K, or 78K, and divided it by the 12 cards that I needed. That gave me an average of about 6,500 for each card that I was willing to spend. And then what I did is I went through every single card that I needed to complete that set, and every one that I found under 6,500 coins, I bought. Now, I was a little more strict with myself there, even though that was my allowable budget at the time. In the back of my mind, I knew that there was an elite card that I needed that was going for about 30K, so naturally, I really couldn't afford to get all these cards at 6.5 because we knew that the one elite card was 30. So in the back of my mind, I used that, and I really just started looking for cards under 2K. And I went through and I found a bunch. I mean, I found some for 750 coins, a couple for 1,000. It was really good. So after my first pass through, I ended up spending like close to 5,000. I can't remember the exact number, but what you got to do after that, you go through, again, you hit everything that's below your average, and then you just kind of do it again. But you're going to take your budget, you're going to minus all the coins that you spent, and again, you're going to want to get a pen and a pad or something to keep all of this information on. But you're going to subtract the coins that you spent from your initial budget, and then you're going to total up the cards that you need. So originally I had 12 cards that I needed. I went down to 8 because there were 4 cards that I purchased, and I subtracted the money or the coins from that 78,000 that I spent in order to get those cards, and I came up with a new number, which was somewhere around 70,000, and I only needed 8 cards. So I did the math again. 70,000 divided by 8 was about 8,000, or 8,800, my bad, per card. So once again, I got my new budget. I went through, I got all the cards that were under that amount, and you pretty much just rinse, wash, and repeat. And it got to a point where I needed 2 cards, and I had like 60,000 left to spend, which would give me an average of 30k per card, and it just ended up working out very, very well for me. And I completed the set. It actually didn't even cost me anything. I think I saved or earned about 25k from completing that set. So again, you just got to be disciplined. You got to set a reasonable budget and then just stick to it. If you got any questions, feel free to hit me up on Twitter or ask them in the comment section. I'd be glad to answer them for you. I'm out. Peace.